Hey, so I just figured out how to do the Pekada tie knot, which is a really cool knot that no one has figured out how to do. Well, there have been a lot of pictures of it, but no actual, or to my knowledge, there have not been actual tutorials on it. So I figured out how to do it just by my own fooling around and engineering. So I'm going to show you how to do it. Now this is a work in progress because, as you'll see soon, my Pekada doesn't really look like a Pekada. Well, it does, but it looks kind of ugly. So I'll need your help. And if you ever have any tips for me to make this knot even better, as you know, I didn't invent it. I just found it online. I mean, yeah. Then just let me know. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to put your tie on backwards, or whatever you want to call it. Alright, so that the seam is facing you. Okay. Now, you're going to let me just pull this down a little. I think this is right. Okay, or not. And just make your triangle. Okay, this is going to be tied with the big tie. Alright, so you're going to go over like this. And what seems to be working is, like for me, is if you just go like cross and back over again. Oh, do you have? I don't know. Well, we're going to do it this way. You might not have to actually cross it over. But the important thing is to make sure that this crosses over so that you can't see anything. Because if you can see anything, well, you might like it like that, but the problem is if you see something, then you're going to see it in the end result of your tie, because this is actually going to stay up. Alright, now you're done this, you're done crossing it over, you're going to go up, okay, and over across the other way, that the opposite side. So I came in from this side, or the left, my left, and then I'm going out to the right. Okay, and the seam is still going to be facing you. Okay, now you're here. Now you're going to go behind like this. Alright, and back over. And then through this little, hang on, go like that. You see this? Alright, so there's going to be a little gap right here that you just made before, like when you're going across the back, and you're going to slip this part of the tie through it. Seems simple enough. The hardest part about this tie is actually making it nice. Alright, there, you've slipped it over. Now, what you're going to do is the difficult part, or I call it the difficult part. What you need to do is you need to loop it around, go through again, alright, and then loop it around and go through again this side, so that it looks like they're connected, but they're actually not connected. If you've seen the Pekada, you'll sort of know what I'm saying. Maybe I'm not explaining it that well. Alright. Now I've done this several different ways because of fooling around, and it seems to work the best by doing the side that you were on, because you can actually loop it on the other side if that works. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to do a similar thing. You're going to go through, but instead of really going through, like going back out in the front, you're going to try to go back in the middle. Alright, and how you're going to do that is you're going to lift this part. I can't really show you this part here. Alright, that's where you came out. Okay, and then hang on. Yes, you're going to go under that. Try. Okay. And then through here. You see how it's going through? Between the hoop on your left side and the hoop on the right side. Or loop, sorry. Okay. Now, we're going to pull it tight, or tight enough. And loosen it a bit. Tight. Tighten, loosen. Now, you want your tie, this part of your tie to be as straight as you can, because that's what makes the Pekada so special. I go through the wrong way. I might have gone through the wrong way. Let me... Nope, that was right. That was right. So like I was saying, what happens when you get your tie bent, like not straight, or folded, that's what I should say, is that your sides end up not going as nicely as you wanted them to, which is exactly what's happening here, unfortunately. So like I said, this is a work in progress. Still trying to get used to it. There's the Pekada. Alright, we're going to tighten with the little one. Oops. So the point of this video was not to really give you an extensive method of how to do the Pekada, but instead to show you how to do the method of tying it so that you can do it yourself and you can hopefully help me make it better. As I've said like a million times before, I wasn't the inventor of this, but since there were no videos on it, I'm making one now. And it doesn't look very obviously like a Pekada, but I think you can tell. Hang on, let me just loosen it up. So you have the original knot part of the little knot, and you have the two sides sort of coming up. It's a little hard to see in my video, in this video unfortunately, because of the tie I chose. And then you have the side too, and if you do it just nicely enough, it looks like these two are actually from one piece, but they're not. That's the key, they're not. And that's it.